Hey, my name is PolishLynx. Let's continue with reality. It feels kind of weird saying that title. Welcome to reality. Anyway, Kumari, wait up, wait up! Jacob's being stupid, but we'd like to know more. Yeah, what does all this tell about the world being a dream really mean? Very well, I'll explain, but I'll need to start at the beginning. There's no need for that. We have momentous things to do, Kumari. The panel must be called, the vision must be recorded, documented, and analyzed. Let the human things figure face out themselves. It will not take long to explain, and perhaps once they know everything, they will be able to help us. It is a waste of time. That is your opinion. I have happened to think otherwise. Go ahead without me. I will catch up later. Fine. Contact me when you are done with your humans. Wow, he really looks down on us, huh? Yeah, pretty condescending. Never mind him, Yuki is old-fashioned and set in his ways. He refuses to see that things have changed. Most of the older generation is like that. But as I was saying, I will need to start the meaning for this to make sense. What I am about to tell you is common knowledge among spirits. It is the lore of our heritage, the legend of our origins. This is the way the story is told. Before physical, there was life. Before life, there was mind. Before mind, there was nothing. But once there was mind, thought filled the void. These thoughts grew distinct, coalescing into individual minds. Minds more powerful, more potent than any which now exist. These were the first. The first revealed in the boundless of pure mentality. Over in time, the first became dissatisfied and wished for more, as is the propensity of all minds. From the threads of their faults, from the very materials of their existence, they wove life into being. When their work was complete, every fiber of the first was transformed and the ancient awoke, but the first were no more. The ancients were not physical, but they were more than the first, more than purely mental. They were born, they grew, they learned, and they died. The ancients desired truth and meaning. In their search for truth, they manifested a new thought, something in the first had never dreamed. The ancients dreamed into being what we call the physical. Earth, water, air, fire. And within the physical, the ancients dreamed a new type of life, simple life, life which did not require them to sacrifice, as the first had sacrificed. It required only the dream of their minds, not the material of their being. In watching this dream life, the ancients learned new truths, exciting truths. Truths that their own lives could never have taught them. Eventually, some ancients entered the world they had created and changed. They became us. The ancients gave us all. And even now they provide all that is good and all that is right. The ancients cannot be forgotten, cannot be over-honored. Always watching over us. Always bringing life to our world. Always dreaming the dream into existence. And making all we know be. Achievement unlocked, origin myth. Anyway, wait, so that story, it almost sounded like a poem or something. That's not how you usually talk. It is the origin story. It must be told in a traditional way and passed down from generation to generation. It sounded kind of religious. We don't have the organized religions in the way what you do. Lucky bastards. But we do have faith. We must believe in the existence of the ancients, even though we have no way to communicate with them. We know they are out there somewhere, pouring their energy in this world, giving life to all that we know. So, you actually believe that story is the truth?
Of course, it is the way of things.
But if it's true? Well, you're saying that these ancient beings are like gods or something. They basically created everything. Our world, your world, physical life, everything.
Yeah, they did. But they're not infallible, not eternal. They have life just as you do and I do. Long, long lives. But their lives end eventually, and they seem to be ending now with no new ones taking their place. And we don't know why. That is the cause of the calamity, and it has the potential to end both our worlds. Now I must go to UK and help interpret the vision. If I leave this in his hands, we won't be done for another 50 years. I fear we not have that much time.
I will tell you why. Because one and they probably divide the job. And basically it was one ancient supporting all the life, he dies, another takes over, dies, another takes over, dies. And now he's the last in the line. And there is no one to continue that, right? Right? Am I correct? Wait, that's it? That's all the explanation you're going to offer? Some crazy mythology and you're done? That doesn't really clarify anything. I know if it's true, it explains some things.
The origin story is a very special piece of lore. You may be the first humans to have ever heard of it.
I mean, it's not like I'm ungrateful, it's a cool story. No, it's not. But
I must go, Yuki's calling me about the mental net. He's at the meeting place for not far from here. An ancient place for analysis and discussion. You may follow if you wish.
Oh. I think it's a good idea. I don't want to miss the spirit discussion of the vision. This could be really important and maybe help clarify that weird origin. Sorry, Kumori just told me. I'd better follow her right away. I want to hear what the spirits are going to say about the vision, but I should probably tell Jacob about this weird origin story first. He deserves to know too. Shit. Alright, follow Kumori. Let's see what this is about. Wait for me, I'm coming too.
I'm gonna head back and see what happened to Jake. I'll catch up with you soon, okay?
I assume I didn't miss anything important. I have called the others, they are on their way. I am currently writing the details of the vision in order to have a current reference pattern for our discussion. Wait, I've made a mistake. I shouldn't have followed. Fuck. Of course, always recording, always writing. I hope the others of my generation get here quickly. If we leave this to the older generation, they will never make any progress. Now that I'm here, I should try to interpret those origin carvings for Kumori. Maybe I can make more sense of them now that I know Jacob's interpretation and that vision. The story Kumori told me might be helpful too. Let's see. The voice in the vision said, "In every generation one will be chosen to lead the way across the bridge to the world that dreams are born from. When the time is right." That obviously has something to do with this carving. In every generation one will be chosen to lead the way across the bridge. Seriously, this drawing couldn't be any more shitty. That's to the world that dreams are born from when the time is right. Okay, this one, no, this one, no, this one, no. Probably this one. I don't think so. This one, right? So the bridge leads to the world where dreams are born from. The figure is pointing to the right? What? Where does... what? That's a hand? The symbol on the right side of the bridge must be a symbol for it. Jacob thought that was the symbol for Italia, but I don't think that was right. The voice was said, but unlike the ancients who exist in the world that dreams are born from. So the world that dreams are born from must be the world of the ancients, not Vitalia. But who needs to enter the world of the ancients, and how do they get there, and where do they come from? Oh, I get it. So what you are assuming is ancients made a dream that is this world, and someone from this world made a dream that is your world, and so on. Alright. The vision and commerce story seem to agree that the ancients created both Italia and the dream world. Does this carving show that? But which of the two bottom symbols is which world? Vitalia and the dream world. Who knows? Should we fail to continue the cycle, all will end. There will come a sundering. The ancients would die and the dream would end. This symbol is similar to the one that refers to the world of the ancients, but without the circle on top. Does it refer to the death of the ancients? If so, this carving probably means that if the ancients die, both worlds they created will end. That's a symbol for destruction at the bottom. Is it really? As long as the chosen one is marred, the dream will continue and the search will continue. This must be showing the marking, but who is doing the marking? Who is being part? This chosen one is clearly the one who must lead others across the bridge. And what is the figure with the crescent symbol? It has to be a coincidence, right? The mark on my wrist now. It couldn't be related. That's crazy. It's just a birthmark. Just going nowhere. Could Jacob be right? Is our world really a dream? What does all this mean?
That's not something you need to worry about, Ilya.
Huh? Max? What are you doing here?
I should be asking you that. I told you it's not safe for you to be here. You're getting unfairly dragged into something you shouldn't be involved in.
You said it last time I saw you, but I don't understand. Why is it so bad for me to be here? And why do you even care?
I don't want you getting more involved in this. I don't want to see anyone hurt and more money related.
Huh? What are you talking about?
It's hard to explain.
Just give me the basics. Why are you here and why do you think I'm in danger?
Well, I've actually been coming to Vitalia for a long time, just like Jacob, except I haven't associated with him. Akatsuki made sure he never noticed me.
Why?
Because, well... if I tell you this, you need to promise not to tell anyone else. Can you do that?
I don't like keeping secrets,
but I'd very much like to know this. Well then. Okay, fine, I'll keep it to myself. Promise? I promise. Alright, so basically, well,
that was easy.
I'm looking for a murderer.
Say what?
What?
What in the world? That was not what I expected her to say.
Yeah, it turns out Italia and the human world are more connected than one realizes. Someone here, some spirit probably, murdered my family when I was a kid.
Seriously? How do you know?
It's hard to explain, but my parents and my little brother died of an unknown disease 14 years ago. That was what made me interested in medicine at first, and sparked my dream of becoming a doctor. I wanted to find out what had killed them, and stop it from ever killing anyone ever again, but I also started being able to talk to Akatsuki. At first I was sure I'd gone crazy from the trauma of losing my family or that I just invented an imaginary friend to fill the gap in my heart. But as years passed, Akatsuki became more than a voice in my head. She could bring me to Vitalia, she had a physical presence, and, well, she knew what had happened to my family. She showed to me how easily the world can affect ours. It's scary, you don't understand. These spirits, they have no trouble manipulating our lives to conform to their desires and their search for truth.
Really?
After researching with Akatsuki, I realized the disease wasn't a disease at all, but an unknown spirit ability manipulating our world. Ever since, I've been trying to find out who did it and why.
Sorry. Whoa, that's... I guess I can see why you're here. But why are you so certain that being here is dangerous from you're here? Jacob's here. You both seem fine. And Ben, he seems happier than he ever was in our world.
No, you don't understand. We're not fine.
Huh? What do you mean?
Being here, being connected to this place. It's not good. It disconnects you from the human world and the people there. It has bizarre and unpleasant repercussions. If you have anything you value back home, anything or anyone, you should leave here. Otherwise, you won't ever be able to live normally again.
What? Why?
I don't know why. It's just the way it is.
And you're saying that Kumori brought me here without telling me any of this. Is that why you said I shouldn't trust her last time?
Exactly. I don't know what, but she's obviously trying to use you for something and not telling you the consequences. She has no concerns for your safety.
Well, I didn't think...
Look, Lilia, I need to go. Akatsuki's calling for me. We found a few clues recently that could be critical. But please listen to me. Go back. Stay in the human world. Don't get more involved in this than you need to. Trust me, Jacob and I, we have nothing to lose. It's too late for us, but not for you. You shouldn't be here.
Bye,
Lilia. I hope I don't find you here again.
But Max, wait! Huh? That's so weird. Max has been connected with Ali for years. The spirits manipulate our world, and she's looking for her family's murderer here. What in the world? Oh! Jacob, you actually showed up. When he was called here, he said it was important that he come. I'm just helping him get here. He's very weak. Thank you, Master Jacob. I know you did not want to come here. You probably don't want to be around us right now, but I appreciate your help. It's not a problem. Jacob, maybe you should hear about this. When I went after Kumori, she told me this strange origin story. I'm not sure I want to hear anything from Kumori. I know, I get it, but this could be important. It talks about the dream and dream beings and where everything came from. Huh? I'm listening. So, the story started with just thoughts, in the void or something. And then a non-corporeal race called the First came to being, and then they created the first beings that could live and die, and they were called the Ancients. And it sounds like the Ancients actually made, well, everything. The physical presence of Italia, the human world, and life in our world. It sounds like a myth. That's what I thought. It seems abstract, almost religious, doesn't it? But Kumori seems to seriously think it's the truth. Myths often contain a grain of truth, even if they have become obscure and outdated. Although, given how long the spirits live and how good their memories are, it may be more accurate than our own mythologies. You think it could be true? It's hard to say, but it is interesting that the story seems to match the vision. Now it seems the Ancients are dying off, with no new ones taking their place, and that's why everything is dying. It makes sense. And they lost the knowledge of how to fix the situation. Well, that's obvious. They've been searching for a solution for thousands of years. But wouldn't the solution be, well... What? Apparently the Ancients are born, live and die, but how do they reproduce? Do they even reproduce? Maybe that's what's gone wrong. Perhaps, but we have no way of knowing those kinds of details about the group beings who are incorporeal and unable to communicate with us. But this must be the answer, right? If we can somehow replenish the Ancients, we could solve all our problems. Replenish. Yeah, that sounds weird, but I don't know how else to put it. I don't know if they actually reproduce, Replenish. Interesting. I have an idea, actually. I need to talk to Yuki. Okay, but Yuki seems busy. Huh. Yuki, I need to speak with you. Kumori, the dream thing is attempting to address me again. Will you deal with it? I have work to do. Just listen to me for a second. I have an idea. And the Ancients are dying. We don't know why or how to fix it. But what if all we really need to do is replenish the ancient spirits? Kumori, it is becoming bothersome. Don't talk about me as an it. You are the chosen one, Yuki, aren't you? Answer me, look at me. Hey? Did you think no one would notice? Well, it's more observant than you believed. You said it yourself in the vision. You are marked, and the marked one is the chosen one, destined to lead people's spirits across the bridge and avert the calamity. The answer is so simple. Your ability sends normal spirits in the world of the ancients, which is how they are replenished.
Oh.
So?
Preposterous! I've never had anything so inconclusive in my life. What evidence do you have for the incomprehensible leap in logic?
Isn't it obvious?
Support Jacob. That's interesting. The bridge could very easily be showing spirits crossing from the world of nations.
Question. That's just crazy. There aren't many holes in the real extras. It makes sense for, I mean... It makes sense, I think. Let's go with it.
It sounds a little crazy, but I think that actually makes sense. I mean, look at Yumi. He's been slowly disappearing all this time. Is he really dying, or is it something else? He even says he hears new voices on the mental net now. Could they be the ancients?
Thank you, yes, exactly. Ancient voices.
You know what? I think Jake's right. Maybe Yumi isn't dying. He's just joining the ancient spirits in their world.
Yeah, also consider it. The ancients are supposed to be extremely powerful, right?
That's right, much more powerful than us.
They created our world, of course they were powerful. So why are Umi's powers increasing?
I suspect it is because he is losing his physical form. More of his energy is being directed towards his mental capabilities.
Exactly, and what does that remind you of?
I don't appreciate the condescending tone of you are using with me, human.
Just think about it.
That makes sense. The ancients, they are mental beings, not physical. If Yumi was becoming an ancient right now, his mental abilities would be getting stronger.
He's changing, not dying, changing.
You're simply not willing to accept that Yumi is dying, and so have come up with this outlandish theory that has no basis in reality, no conclusive evidence. Now if you will excuse me, I must return to my recording.
No! Listen, this is important. Your ability is the key, I'm sure of it.
I will not engage with this kind of inconsequential yammering. Do not speak to me again until you have something more structured and proof to propose. Hey, if we want proof, we could try using his ability again. He's so strong now, I bet he could show us some relevant stuff. Oh, interesting idea. Possibly, what should he use his ability on?
Not what he should use it on, but who. Yuki, if you're really the chosen one, maybe Umi could find some proof of that in your past.
You are proposing that Umi is staring to my past, not to mention the obvious offense to personal privacy that would pose. It would be useless. I have an excellent memory and would not forget something so important from my past.
Doubt?
Then prove it!
Let Umi use his ability on you.
Goading me again. Humans, real low creatures.
You're just oversensitive. I don't know what your problem is, but it seems like you're really against being the chosen one, and it's coloring all your thinking. You don't even considering the obvious answer.
I don't appreciate that insinuation. I'm a rational being, and I'm considering all possible answers. Very well, if only to quiet your yammering and prove that I indeed have no connection with the chosen one, I will allow Umi to peer into my past.
Will this make him disappear faster?
That is unclear. I can't do it. Allow me to be of use.
You really want to do this? You could start disappearing from this world faster.
I already have very little time. I'm beginning to understand the voices. They are eager to greet me.
Really? That could be proof in itself. What are they saying? Can you give us any more details?
It is difficult to communicate with both this world and that one at the same time. It is taking all my strength to remain here a bit longer.
Listen to him, Yuki, everyone. Listen to the way he's talking. He just said he's communicating with another world.
Yeah, it really does sound great.
It is interesting that he uses that phrase.
I can do it, Yuki. Come closer to me. Quickly, I don't have much time.
I'm here.
Go ahead.
Yuki, child of the mountain, child of snow, blessed of the ancients. You are not well, you must pass it on, soon. This is not the right time, we must wait, all will be as it should be. Everyone always says that, but sometimes things aren't as they should be. Sometimes we must take new unprecedented action to avoid crisis. You have been spending time with Indara. Again, you sound like a young one. This must happen in its own time, in the proper way, at the proper moment, you will see. It has manifested on its own. That is unheard of. The ancients have taken things into their own hands. We cannot speak with them, but they can see. They knew that this would not end well without intervention. I did not know what implication this might have. What will happen to him? Yuki, child of the mountain. Yuki, no! No! I don't know if you can comprehend what I'm telling you, but you must. You must lead the truth seekers to the other world. When time is right, you will know. When the signs align, the dream will come to you, and will bear the mark. The ancients will make it so. It is something only you and once I could do. You cannot hear me now, but I'm sorry. I have failed you. What calamity will befall our world? What tragedy will you suffer because of my stubbornness? What have I done? Huh? That voice, I know it. Who was it? My predecessor, the head of the truth seekers of the generation before me. He taught me all I know. He was the center of my life, in my youth. And I stole his life, foolishly took it from him without understanding what I was doing. And this is the first time those words of his have reached me. I can barely believe that at this stage of my life, I would finally know what he was trying to say to me, as he vanished from my grasp. He was trying to tell you that you are the chosen one, and that you must lead the spirits to the world of the ancients. This is proof. Umi, I thought you foolish. I regret the criticism I threw at you earlier. I am grateful, very grateful to you. I did not think I would ever hear his voice again. Now as my ears grow long to hear his final words ring in my ears. I'm glad. But now I must let go. I can't sustain this for much longer.
Hey,
Umi, you're barely here. Look at him. What can we do? Umi, what is happening? Talk to us. Do not fear for me. Use this truth. We will. Your sacrifice won't be vain. You have been everything. You have shown us everything. You have saved us, Umi. Farewell, Master Jacob. His mental presence is completely gone. He did what he wanted with his final moments. He wanted to help you, Jacob, and all of us.
And he did.
That was the best of proof we could have asked for.
He did for you, Jacob, and because you suggested it, Lilia. If not for your quick human ways, we might not have arrived at the solution before it was too late. Now we know what must be done.
Psst! Lilia!
Hey, Max, what?
Psst, come here!
Hey, wait up, where are you going?
What's going on, Max? Lilia, why are you still here?
Well,
You do not believe me about the consequences this could have. I'm serious, this is real. Every hour you spend here in your life will get harder in the human world. Do you need me to prove it to you?
No, I believe you. I mean, I appreciate that you're concerned for me. I do. But... Well, I've already helped find the answers. I'd like to see how this ends. This is a real world and a real threat. I can't just sit back and pretend it isn't. If I go home now, I'll always wonder what happened, you know.
I understand. It's hard to break free once you become involved. But it's not worth it. You will be better off not knowing, trust me.
But also, the birthmark on my wrist keeps popping into my head. It probably means nothing, but...
What?
Look. I have this birthmark. Other members of my family have had similar birthmarks, so maybe it's some kind of hereditary thing. But I keep wondering, doesn't look like that symbol in the carvings, the one that looks like a crescent moon?
I guess I see a similarity. They both look like crescent moons, but it's not an uncommon shape and they don't look exactly the same. It could just be coincidence.
Oh yeah, that's true. The shape's still different. Yeah, but it is kind of weird, right? It makes me wonder. What if it does mean something? Should I show it to the others?
But what if it isn't the mark? Truthfully, I don't know a lot about the carving, but one thing I'm certain is that timing is very important. If things aren't done at the right time, really bad stuff can happen. Yuki's more powerful than any other spirit I've met. If he mistakes her Bearfan for the sign and uses his ability when it's not the right time, it will mean the end of both our wars. You know that epidemic going on in Australia right now?
Yeah?
Well, Yuki's ability is definitely linked to it.
What? How?
Well, we're keeping an eye on you from a distance and recorded the exact time when Yuki used his ability on me. And at that exact time, the outbreak in our world got a lot worse, spreading beyond Australia.
What? That's crazy. Why would Yuki's ability be doing that?
Because timing. Shouldn't have used this ability then. It wasn't the right time, the signs weren't right. And with an ability like Yuki's, if the timing is off, it can unintentionally cause terrible repercussions in our world. Maybe it sounds ridiculous to you, but this is what I've been studying for the past 14 years. It's a real thing. I still don't know if my family's death were intentional or not. Not that it will change anything if I get my hands on the murderer.
Max has really serious, unwavering look in her eyes. I get the feeling that she is telling me the truth. So what you're saying is, if I show everyone this mark and they act on it, but turns out that it wasn't the right sign after all, there could be serious consequences?
Exactly.
People could actually die?
Yeah, people are already dying every day because of thoughtless spirits here doing things they shouldn't be doing. I've been trying to stop it, but it's a complicated phenomenon. It hasn't been easy.
Should I keep the mark to myself? It's probably not the right sign. But what if actually is? Why do I have to make such an important decision? People's lives are literally on the line. I don't know what to do.
Oh, what?
Fuck it. I can. Would happen when I don't share them important. Regret. Different. Right. See other thing. What will happen? Terrible thing if I share this. Let's go with the first one. I think this is the better option here. Thanks for the warning and for telling me all this, but I don't want to go back and see what they decide to do. Then I'll go home, I promise.
Just keep in mind what I said. I don't want to see you get hurt, Lilia.
I'll be careful. And we'll find out what will happen in the next episode of reality. For now, hope you enjoyed. Hope to see you tomorrow as well. Until then, bye bye.